Good morning. We welcome you wherever you are on your journey to St. Joan of Arc. Today, we remember. We mark All Saints and All Souls Day here. So let us take a moment to center ourselves in the sacred space and time, in the presence of God and in the presence of one another. Breathe in and out.
Traditionally, on All Saints' Day, the Church remembered the faithful departed who are now in heaven. And All Souls' Day was a time of prayer to intercede for those souls who were still being purified in purgatory.
Just say it. Yeah. Today, we remember all the saints who have walked among us in the world, known and unknown, and we give thanks for their lived witness of faith that was so often forged in struggle and in suffering. And we celebrate All Souls Day when we remember all of our beloved friends and family who are now at home in God.
The ancient Celts used the term thin space because it was believed that in a certain place and a certain time of the year, the distance we place between heaven and earth is lessened. The veil that separates the two worlds is thinned. It is then that our linear notions of time and space are blurred, and we realize that all of us, those who have passed and those who remain, are all a part of the same sacred flow of being and consciousness. We are never separated from God or from one another. We are all on a journey to our home in God. We are all part of the communion of saints, stretching in a continuum throughout entirety.
This morning, we remember the loved ones who have gone before us into a new way of being. We carry them with us in our hearts and in our souls and our bodies. We see our husband's ears on our son. We hear our dear friend's voice when we use a phrase they always used. As someone gets in the elevator next to us, we smell the perfume our grandmother wore, and it brings a flood of memories rushing back. We hold both good memories and painful memories of those who were a beloved presence in our lives. Our lives continue to be intertwined in the family of God.
And on this Sunday, when we come together to remember the life and death and resurrection of our brother Jesus, let the veil between heaven and earth be parted. Let us be present to this holy mystery.
John O'Donohue writes, "The only difference between us and the dead is that they are now in an invisible form. We cannot see them with the human eye, but we can sense the presence of those we love who have died. With the refinement of the soul, we can sense them. We feel that they are near." We ask you now to remember those you miss this morning. please call your loved ones to mind. Remember those who showed you what God's love looks like and feels like in the world. Remember those whose compassion taught you compassion. Those who showed you forgiveness. Remember those who helped shape your faith, your values, and your commitments. Remember those who made you feel safe. Remember those who made you laugh. We ask God to bless their memory. And we ask you now to please, into this space, speak the name or names of these loved ones aloud. Bob Moore, Jean Moore, Carlos Hilbert, George Martin, Tim Caputo. Jim DeBreicher says that no one has truly died until no one speaks their name anymore. So thank you for keeping these memories alive. Let us hold these names in our hearts.
Today, we extend our prayers to all those who have died who are unknown to us, but are beloved by God. They are calling us to live more fully in compassion, in justice, and in peace. We remember those who have been killed in war and violence, those who have been lost to disease or to disasters or to despair. We remember all those we cannot name, and we pray that they may be held in the loving arms of God, who suffers with us and who calls us to see the sacred in every sister, in every brother. This is adapted from a prayer by Jan Richardson.
Loving God, for those who have walked with us, this is a prayer.
For all those who have gone ahead, this is a blessing.
For those who touched and tended us, this is a thanksgiving.
For those who journey with us still in the landscape of our dreams, this is a benediction.
For the beloved dead who were victims of war and the cruelty we inflict upon one another, may this be a balm.
For those who were denied their full humanity in this life, and for those whose lives were cut short by hatred or greed or indifference, this is a grieving.
Creator of all that is and has been and all that will be, you have given us the communion of saints to accompany us on our journey in this life and in the life to come.
May our lives magnify the love and faith and courage you have shared with us. May our lives reflect our commitment to bring peace to all those who suffer loss today.
Bless the woven threads of love and memory that will lift us up to our God on the journey ahead. God, bless this journey.